You have already made a public statement. You already feel like somebody who is already achieving that goals, because that is how your brain feels. You have shared it with other people, and then you're not making effort. You're not putting in the required effort. You're not putting in the required amount that needs to be put into achieving those goals. Welcome back, everyone. It feels so good to be back. And yes, I have been away for 3 weeks. Yes, and I have been so ill. But yes, thank God I am well now and I am back and I can talk to you all. Today, I'm going to be sharing something that I'm so excited about, and that is the real reasons why you haven't achieved your goals, and what are those things that have actually stopped you from achieving your goals. Now, at the beginning of the year, I remember, or maybe sometime late last year, around about this time, you sat down writing all those goals that you're so passionate about. You're going to achieve them. You're really optimistic that you're going to do well. Maybe it's a business, maybe it's setting up a business, maybe it is doing that course or finishing that course, and you're really passionate that yes, by the time I finish this course, or by the time I or set up this business, I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to do it. Or maybe even if it's going to the gym, I'm going to start going to the gym, and by this time, 2 or 3 months time, I'm going to be looking all pimp. But here you are now, you're feeling frustrated. You haven't achieved those goals. Now, what are those things that have stopped you from achieving those goals? And I'm going to share you 3 real things that I know, 3 real reasons why I know those goals might have not been achieved. And this could be related to you, and maybe your case might be different, but I would want you to take a step back and listen to what I have to say on these reasons. Now, if you don't know me, I am Bola Adeyeye Omishade, and you're welcome to the Bola Adeyeye Omishade Show. This is a community where we support people. I share my thoughts on making you, supporting you to be the best version of yourself. Yeah, thanks for being part of this community. You're welcome to do that if you want. And one episode is aired every week, 1 p.m. Saturday, BST, GMT during the winters. And of course, you want to click on the subscribe button so that you will get notification, and of course you will know when episodes are aired. And also you want to click on the bell as well so that you get reminders. And yes, if you watch this video and you have learned 1 or 2 things, I want you to give it a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. It makes me feel good. It makes me excited. I'm always looking forward to your likes. So give it a like button if you have enjoyed it, and leave a comment, 1 or 2 comments, sharing your thoughts as well. I will read and I'll leave feedback. Yes, so back to the topic for today. What are the reasons why the real reasons, there are some reasons, but the real reasons why you have not achieved your goals. And the first one that I know that has been tested and trusted, evidence-based, is because you already made a public statement about those goals. When we have goals, we are all excited about those goals, and then we grab our family and friends, and then we share these goals. This is what I want to do. I want to lose weight in 2 months, and I've registered at the gym. Just watch this space. This is, you have already made a public statement. Now, this is what happens. This is the reality. You have made this statement and you get this sense of acknowledgement. People acknowledge and, oh, wow, they listen to you. You've got this exciting goal and all that. Now, what happens there is you feel this sense of feel good, and it triggers, I think it's your feel good hormones to make you feel like you have achieved something, because of course your friends and family starts to look at you like somebody who is already making efforts to lose weight and will lose weight. You feel good about it. Or maybe you're going to set up a business. Your family and friends are already looking at you as somebody who is going to set up a business and is going to be making money, or even maybe you're already making money because you have broken down all these goals to them. Now, what happens is your hormone that is being, being triggered, your feeling sense of achievement tricks your brain to understanding that you have already achieved those goals, and then you become less motivated to go ahead in making plans because you're already feeling good that this is what it is going to be like, or this is what it is. And that's one of the reasons why you haven't achieved those goals. You have already made a public statement. You already feel like somebody who is already achieving that goals, because that is how your brain feels. You have shared it with other people, and then you're not making effort. You're not putting in the required effort. You're not putting in the required amount that needs to be put into achieving those goals. Sadly. I am sharing this with you because it's going to be another year. You're setting your goals for 2022. You want to keep those goals to yourself. You want to keep it to yourself. Keep them so that you're not triggering those feel-good hormones. It's called social reality, because we always want to, we're humans, we always want to feel that sense of people acknowledging us, and your family and friends already start to look like you, somebody who is already, looking good, or somebody who is already making a lot of money. So keep those goals to yourself. That should be, in addition to creating your goals for next year, you want to keep those goals to yourself so that you're not tricking your brain in the wrong way, and hence you're not less motivated. Another reason is, you sort of put so much pressure on yourself, and some goals actually require that you are composed. So in addition to setting those goals, you have to bear in mind that you need to be composed to be able to achieve those goals. And also that has a tie in with making public statements, because when you have actually said to one of people, you've already broken down all these your goals to them, you don't want to disappoint them. And then you're feeling a lot anxious, you're putting so much pressure on yourself for goals that needs composition, that needs you to be composed enough to think straight, and also, of course, align you so that you're achieving those goals in the right way. Is this you? One of the reasons why you have not achieved your goals is because you are not composed enough. You have actually brought together some of those things that you do not need to bring together by, of course, making the public statements and putting yourself under pressure. You're not sitting down to reflect and looking at your plans strategically. So, in addition to you setting your goals next year, or setting up your goals for next year, you need to remember that you need to be composed while you're limiting making public statements, because some of your goals needs a sense of, or some sense of composition for you to achieve them. And then the last one is you're actually carrying the wrong people along. Sometimes I know that some goals you can't achieve them alone. You need help of one or two people. And yes, at some point you would have to share those goals. But are you sharing those goals with the right person? Because some people, you share your goal with them and all they would do is they'll draw you back. Because you have this passion, you have this drive. And the moment you're tagging them along, it's not their passion, it's not their drive. They don't have that passion, they don't have that drive. They would automatically draw you back. Early last year, I was really passionate about writing a paper, and I made so many months. I put this paper together. But then I didn't want to be the only author, and I wanted to get other people to join me. And then I approached somebody who I thought would be a very good match, and I shared my idea with him, and I shared the paper with him and said, okay, have a look. And he kept saying, oh, I'll have a look. He said he was going to have a look last year, April. And then he said, oh, it's really busy now. Marking is going on. I said, well, that's fair enough. And then what happened was, after the marking, which was end of July, there was graduation. I said, yes, it's going to be summer holiday. I would have enough time to have a look at it. And then I said, okay, that's true. That's fair. I gave him some time. Up till resumption, oh, I'm really sorry. Yes, I really need to look at this paper. This Christmas, that was last year Christmas. I'm going to look at this paper. I should at that point withdrawn and said, okay, I know you're really busy, but I felt that I should give him some time. Up till this year, April, he kept saying, oh, I'm really sorry. We should get this paper submitted. He made some efforts, said, I've looked at the paper. I need to do one of two things, blah, 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 blah. Not until September, I then said, okay, no more. I know you're really busy. Now, that was one of my goals for last year. I didn't achieve that goal up till this year, April. So hence I got less motivated. I got discouraged, that about that. Now I have to actually try and push myself to, or motivate myself to go ahead and submit that paper. Not forgetting that at the beginning, when I was writing that paper, I was so passionate. I was, really motivated. It was going to be a paper that would contribute to knowledge and all that. But the mistake I made was I tagged the wrong person along. Now, I'm not sharing this maybe to make, of course, the person would have been busy and, which is okay. But from my own point of view, I tagged the wrong person. So are you tagging the wrong person? Are you involving somebody who is, because that paper is not that person's dream, is not that person's goal, is not their passion, and you are only inviting them. So if it's somebody who is not passionate about what you want to do, who does not resonate with your goals, you would just end up pulling, and it's just like when you're trying to climb a ladder and you haven't gotten to the top of the ladder and you're trying to pull somebody else. That's another scenario. So take a step back and be very careful when you're choosing the people that you get involved in your goals. And to be honest, that's another reason why you're not achieving your goals. Are you setting the right goals? Are you setting goals that are too big for you? Are you tagging the wrong people? Or are you making public statements even before you have sat down to have clear understanding or to clearly set up your goals? Is it a goal that needs some level of composition and you are not composed enough? You want to sit down and plan for 2022. Ensure that your goals are set clearly, and some of those futures that you need to consider as like keeping your goals to yourself, or speaking to the right people as opposed to people who will only trigger you being less motivated. You want to think about those. I want you to share some of the reasons. Leave in the comments some of the reasons why you have not been able to achieve your goals this year, because at some point you need to sit down and reflect on why you have not been able to achieve your goals, so that next year we can improve on ourselves. We can be our best version. For me, I have learned so many experiences this year. Moving forward, I know that I would only tag the right people along. I would actually review and get a very good understanding that this person is ready, has the same level of motivation as I do. That was a learning curve for me. And of course, you want to also think about the level of composition. You don't want to stress yourself, because as human beings, we don't want to fail. When you share your goals with family and friends, you put yourself under pressure because you don't want to fail. You don't want them to see that you're a failure. You don't want them to see that, oh, that business has. So you begin to put yourself under so many pressure. I want you to stop that. Make this a learning curve for you, so that next year you have clear goals. You're thinking about all these things I have said, and we will be the best version of ourselves working together. Leave your thoughts in the comment. I want to hear from you. And as usual, if you have any questions for me, you have questions you want me to talk about, if I can, I would. And if I cannot, I will get somebody to come and talk about it. Yeah, the email is on the screen. If you have not liked our social media pages, please do that. And give this video a thumbs up. It just makes me feel good. Subscribe if you have not, or follow our page if you have not. That makes me feel good as well. And yes, this is Bola Adeyeye Omishade again, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.